Hey, hello, welcome back. We're going to do some more Final Fantasy 1. So, all I did since last time, I went back into Crescent Lake and I pretty much just restocked on my curatives and made my way up to the boat. Boat, ship, either or, because we're going to be needing this to head to the next area. Now, the next area is a bit of a change from where we were last time, and at first our warrior is going to struggle. Our warrior's not going to struggle. It's just going to be a little harder now. An ambush, do I really care? I think we're going to flee from this battle actually. I want to keep me... I do want to keep me levels lower. What are my levels at the minute? 27. I want to finish this dungeon no higher than possibly 30. If I'm completely honest. Yeah, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to dock up there and walk down to the river. Or you can just, you know, just dock your boat at the river there. Now I'm just going to run for most of these fights. There's probably going to be enough battles in the next dungeon to get us to 30 or thereabouts. The next place we're heading, it's quite awkward to see on the map, but it's that leftmost part of the map there above the fire cavern is where we're heading. So we've got quite a bit of I mean, the map's too small, I couldn't say. We've got quite a bit of canoeing to do to get to where we want to go here. The Ocho I'll fight the Ocho. I like the Ocho. We can beat the Ocho upside the head. Yeah. You see, well, I mean, we could fight more fights. We're not going to gain too much experience realistically. It's just, I do want to keep levels down for a specific reason, which will become apparent very, very soon. I'm actually, probably after this section, I'm probably actually going to deviate from how you're meant to do it. But still, we gained a level already. I mean, I can live with being just over 30, but there's our next target there. You can see that little cave on the map. Yeah, I'm not fighting all those. Goodbye. Yeah, so we are where we are. We do want to keep our levels low. I am actually going to use a cottage here. We've got enough money at the minute to the point where we don't really have to worry about what consumables we are using. Now, hopefully, you haven't done what I've done and you kept a different sword for your warrior. My warrior is going to be nigh on useless here. As this is the Ice Cavern, which thankfully only has 15 treasures. But given the fact that it's the Ice Cavern, you can guess, you know, what a lot of these enemies are going to be weak to. You've got that right, that's absolutely 100%, it's fire. Yeah, I remember when them blood bones used to pose a problem. I do like the music in the Ice Cavern though. I'm saying, you know, the enemy's going to pose a problem and, you know, we're going to struggle. But we'd actually have to fight something that, an ice-related monster at this point in time for that to happen. But instead we're just getting blood bones and Pisco demons, which has just shown us how much more powerful we've become since we first encountered them and had to be a little bit more careful, I suppose. So there's not much you can do here really. I press square to open up the map to show that there's, you know, not a lot we can do here, and it hit auto battle instead because the battle screen started. So we just go straight down these stairs here to the second floor, and then again we're just aiming straight down there to go to that one. That's all we're doing here. If I get really lucky here, then I might not actually fight anything that might prove to be a problem for me warrior to take out at the minute. Rest assured, there is ice enemies in here. There is, you know, enemies that will be resistant to the ice brand that I have equipped currently. We're just not encountering them apparently. Now if I knew you were going to do that to me knight, I would have DR'd you the first time. Yo, let's go. No paralysis on the white mage is what we like to see. It's what I like to see. Again, don't forget to heal up. You know, just try and keep yourself topper, as you would with any RPG. You know, you want to try and make sure your health is tip-of-topper as possible. So, what floor am I on here? B2. Yeah. So I'm getting myself confused here. I'm looking, I'm going, what? Yeah. But back up the stairs to B2. Now, these things here, right? Dark Wizards, absolutely 100% kill them as quick as you possibly can, as these things do have an instant death spell. Which, let's be honest, we don't want to be instant death. Now, this floor here, we are going into that door at the bottom. Now, now there is tiles in here that work a little bit different to how any other tile we've encountered works yet. We actually have to be very careful, as there is tiles we can fall through. So, you know, we want to be very careful there. There, that cracked floor there. So we have a quick look here. Yeah, see that crack there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to avoid the cracked floor and altogether for now, so I can walk round. And I want to get this chest on this side first. Just because I can, and then we'll double back around and get the other one. Like I say, just be careful. Don't fall through the floor. And here we get the flame sword, which we're going to put on our fighter, even though it is worse than the ice brand. But we're in an area where, you know, it's a nice area, so naturally things in here are going to be a little bit weaker to fire. Be it the undead, who are generally weak to fire, or, you know, anything else that may or may not be a nice enemy. And in this chest, we get 4 Dark Wizards. Now, thankfully, we got a preempt here. And I'm going to absolutely hit these with Thundaga and not care about it in the slightest. Unfortunately, they're very resistant to physical attacks, as you saw. But if you nuke them, they can cast more than just instant death. But for that, we literally got the worst armor in the game. We got the starting armor, we got claws. So once you've got them, obviously we'll heal up just in case. Hopefully you got away from that there without being instant death, although I'm pretty sure it was called rubbing the original. But now we want to fall through the floor, doesn't matter where, it takes you down to the same part. So we have to do one little fight here, where apparently I'm going to cast a Thundaga yet again, which is not what I wanted to do. But our knight is now doing, our fighter, sorry, is now doing increased damage to the undead, which is kind of nice. Not like he was having the problem with the ice brand. I'd just rather hedge my bets and make sure that, you know, he is going to be killing. So now we've done that, as you can see, this room, this area, not too bad. Nice, you know, got a couple of treasure chests in here. Now again, this does have another floor. These spikes here, 490, every step deals 1 damage. Oh, Mind Flayers. So Mind Flayers are the upgraded Pisco Demons. And they're just as much a pain, to be honest. So I like to try and take them out nice and quickly as well. Which it should be no problem at this point in time, really. But again, White Dragons now, this is another one where I am actually going to cast Null Frost. Yeah, the Ice Dragons there, yeah, say they're going to cast these elemental damage, which can hurt. I went for no frost because occasionally you can get the no frost off before you get the fire dagger off. So now the thing here is that is we take reduced damage from ice here. But you can do that, which gives you reduced damage to fire. Now I'm going to stick with the flame mail personally. You don't have to, but we're not fighting anything that's casting fire magic, so I don't really need the ice reduction mithril gloves, which, you know, totally unneeded. We can't use them, but they're there. So our next room we're heading down to is that one all the way down the bottom there. Yeah, you see, if you want to equip the ice armor, you can. One ice dragon doesn't scare us that much, to be honest. But we're not taking any damage from anything that deals fire damage, so the ice armor is kind of useless at this point. Everything here deals ice damage, which, you know, ice storm, it's an ice attack. We take reduced damage because we've got the flame mail equipped, the flame hammer equipped, so why would I change to the ice armor and go back up to normal damage for that? I suppose if you want to come here and just do a very quick early raid to get that armor before doing Mount Gullug, you could. That is obviously an option. We're getting very close to that magic number that I do not want to be at. And make sure I'm going the right way here. Yeah, straight down. Bum bum. Ooh, 2 white dragons. So again, no frost, just in case we get the no frost off before the fire dagger. Which we don't, because the ice dragons are faster than us. But you know, they die all the same. Good experience as well. And then we get this room, which is filled with treasures. So let's make sure we are fully healed up. Gil, 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 Gil. Pisco demons. I think I just deal with the fire, to be honest with you. But yeah. You know, Gil, 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 Gil. Monsters. 7 winter wolves. What, do we look like the Starks from Game of Thrones? Like, do we really need this many wolves? Of course we don't. I love this. I love the idea of just like, you know, we get into a battle, we encounter the enemies. The white mage is like, I'll do the healing. Black mage is like, I'll get ready to cast fire. The fighter draws his sword and shield, and it's like, right, I'll start attacking, and the monk just flies over everybody and just starts punching and kicking everything. We have 12,000 gil in there, and then again, more wolves. Exactly same battle plan. We're not changing up our battle plan here. We're going to do exactly the same thing, and we're going to beat them upside the head until they surrender or die. Whatever happens first. You will notice the further you get in this game, the less that enemies have a tendency of actually flinging. We're getting more gil from that, so currently at 270,000 gil, which is honestly insane. But now what we have to do is, well, we head up them stairs over there. Ambush, same thing as always. I'm just gonna, you know, triple attack fire it. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Wow. I got the rare drop of an ice shield. I mean, I'm going to keep the flame shield on because, again, protects against fire. I don't think it stacks, so I could put the ice shield on and protect it against both. But I can't believe I just got that. That is a rare drop. If we go to the bestiary here and try and find them, where would they be? Oh, they'll be down here somewhere. Yeah, here they are. Winter wolves. So their drop is an ice shield, and drops of any enemy in this game is rare. the fact that, you know, we got the ice shield there is pretty mad. I've never had that look before. Did I equip it? I didn't. I say I don't think it stacks. I don't think the defense, like the added resistance stacked. I think it's pretty much, you know, once you've got the resistance, you've got the resistance. I don't think there's any. I don't think you can get any extra resistance. But I'm not sure. That might not have been until later Final Fantasies. But either way, doing this here, our fighter is now, you know, semi-protected against fire and he's semi-protected against ice. Like, what else is there? So back up on the first floor here, as you can see, we've got what, 1, 2, 5 treasure chests to get on this floor. So we get an ether out of that one, and then I walk the wrong way. Oh, cockatrices! God damn it! Don't. Thank you. You absolute japsai. Thankfully, being petrified in this game does not stop you from getting experience at the end of battle, but I would still like to cure it. Do I have Stoner? Did I get Stoner? I did. There we go. Now I'm no longer petrified. I mean, I'm pretty sure you still get the experience either way at the end of the battle, as long as you're not dead. You still get the experience. But, you know, more blood bones, so let's get. I don't need Diara for them. Just a very simple Diara will kill these at this point, I'm pretty sure. A deer probably isn't strong enough, but Diara is, and I mean, I'm not going to be using them spell charges for anything else. But in this room we get 10,000 gil. The game sure is making sure we have plenty of money. So it is, I'm interested. You've got my attention, game. Will Deer be enough to kill a solo Spectre? We'll never know. We'll never know. Now, obviously, there's a crack on the floor right there. We don't want to fall down that crack on the floor. Well, not yet, anyway. You know, we want to make sure that we. No, it's not. I didn't think it was. It's enough to soften them up for the Black Mage, at least, though. So in this one we get more gil, a sleeping bag, and an ice shield. Now just to show you with these stairs over here. Yeah, no, we'll just do what we do normally here. Actually, no, we're not going to do them stairs yet. We're going to just fall through the ice. This is what you're supposed to do. You fall through the ice. I was going to show you where the stairs take you. But we'll do that after. So here, very carefully, walk forward. I'm doing this holding the B button. Wait, circle button for me. And we can fight the Evil Eye. Now, the Evil Eye, I cannot remember if it's undead or not. I'm pretty sure the Evil Eye is an absolute pushover. And I'm pretty sure he's going to die very, very quickly. Yep. He's not really, the Evil Eye is not so much a boss in this as it is just an enemy. But for doing that, we get a Levistone. Now, we've heard talk of the Levistone from different towns, but you've guessed it right here, folks. We now have to fall back through this floor. Fight this man again, which is absolutely nuts, to be honest with you. And if I can get off a die, I'm just gonna. There we go. We'll just bring up with our strongest spells. Die. And yep, that is you're completely correct. We have to walk all the way back where we were to make our way out. And honestly, I should have not had auto battle on there. I was just going to flee because I am kind of done with encounters here. Like, I am done. Please stop attacking us. My Black Mage is going to die. There we go. Wrap them all up in a nice fireball. I might be able to get out of here without getting over level 30. If you hadn't guessed, the first thing I'm gonna do when I get out of here, obviously, is go to Crescent and restock on my healing supplies there. Right. Well, instead of that auto, I'm just gonna leave that on. I'm just gonna run from everything now. I really can't be chewed. Yeah, the first thing I'm gonna do here is obviously I'm gonna head back to Crescent Lake. Because heading back to Crescent Lake will allow me to restock on my healing items. Which is always nice. Oh, we've left 2 of them behind. Hey, get out. Oh. I love how my knight is apparently on defend, but you know, he's obviously fleeing. And if you go up these stairs here, bish bash bosh, you're out the dungeon, you're home and clear. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to tent up. I'm probably going to re-equip the flame blade back on my warrior at this point. No, the ice brand. I'm going to put the ice brand back on my warrior at this point. I'm going to leave my ice shield mithril mail. I've never got 2 ice shields. It's absolutely nuts. I've never had that luck before. So yeah, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make my way back to Crescent. Now, same path we made to get here. Back to the boat, dock up. I'm going to go back to Crescent just so I can restock on my restoratives. Sorry about that, I think the controller just decided I want to have a hissy fit there, but still we're running away, so what difference does it make? Yeah, so I'm going to make my way back to Crescent. And I will meet you. Yeah, I'm guessing I'm going to meet you back at Crescent Lake. Yeah, I'll meet you back at Crescent Lake. I'll go rest up and restock my curatives and stuff. I'll meet you back there. Right, so I've healed up and restocked at Crescent Lake. I've sold my excess stuff. I'm up to 320,000 now. I've put the ice brand back on the fighter. Now, you're supposed to pop about and talk to people, and they'll tell you all about this lovely Levistone that we found, or float stone it's called in some translations, or some versions I should say. But instead of doing that, I'm just going to show you what to do. So it's a simple case if we just pop in this river here, and all we're going to do is sail down to the desert. Once we escape from these battles, that is. Come on. Come on. Hello, my guy. Jesus. Why was that so hard? So we're going to come down to the desert here. I am going to unfortunately have to use a cottage to heal up, which isn't something I wanted to do, but here we are. And from here, if we walk into the desert, we get a lovely little scene. Almost like a cutscene now that we've got the Levistone. Yeah, if you just talk to the sages, they will tell you that there's something buried in the desert. Obviously, we've heard of the Levistone and stuff before, you know, the ancients, the Lunarians is the word. I think they were Lunarians. Being able to fly. And what pops out of the desert? But an airship. We are finally ready to take to the skies. And that means no more random encounters when traveling the world. Which is beautiful. No more battling against fish. Just go into it. You press X, right, A. And there we go, we get snazzy music to go with it. And here's our airship. So now we can actually explore more of the world. So you see, you've got all this area up here, you've got a lovely little town up here. It's the same button to land as it is to go up. As you can see, you can only land, you can't land there, you can't land where there's desert, so to get to that there, you'd have to land all the way up here. But that's not what we're interested in at the minute. Obviously over here we've got a big, beautiful desert. Which we could have come... No, we couldn't have come here because we can't dock the boat here. Yeah, we've got a nice big desert with a tower in the middle. We'll be back for that later. Now, obviously up here we have another town. What town is this? Let's have a cheeky step into this town. This is the town of Gaia. So this is theoretically our next stop. But I want to do things a little bit different. Before heading to Gaia. Because there's nothing really we need in Gaia that's mandatory. As you can see, we can have a little floor. I mean, I just love the music of this. Do, 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 do. Got a nice castle there. Nice ruined castle. We'll go have a look at this continent over here before we have a look at these little islands. And you will see that there isn't much here. We've got a waterfall. Everyone likes waterfall. There's not much kicking about in most places, to be honest with you. And what we've got that town of Gaia, and I think there's one more somewhere, maybe. I think there's one more. I know there's one more. It's right there. And that is it. That's all the towns we've got left. But what we're going to be doing here is, you can see these lovely holes in the floor here. These are known as the Dragon Islands. Now this is what we're going to be going into first. I want to have a little browse of the Dragon Islands before we go to Gaia. Wait, in the Dragon Cave, sorry. Let me get a 10 from this one. There's no encounters here, which is really nice. You know, we just got to have a little wander around. If you press square, it does show you the other. It literally does just show you the other areas in the Dragon Islands. We can't get to them all from in here. But we'll have a little talk to the dragons. Well, I hope we have a spine mate, or else, you know, we'd just be a crumpled mess on the floor. We'll have a quick cheeky peek into these two here. Bahamut. Their king is Bahamut. The Citadel of Charles. That must have been that ruined castle we saw there. The form of the token of courage changes with the times. Do not let it appear. I'll keep that in mind, my friend. I will keep that in mind. Now, you don't have to go into all of them. Didn't really want to battle here. The experience we're going to be getting from enemies now is going to be quite high. Especially the next area we're going to, the experience is going to be nutty. I mean, you see there we've got 1200 there just for one enemy. But in this one, we can go all the way down here. And we can go down the stairs. Which brings us to another long corridor with a lot of swords. I don't know what this sword's supposed to be in the shape of, if I'm completely honest. Oh, this is the chamber of the Dragon King Bahamut. Oh, we can talk to Bahamut at least. Confers honor upon those whose strength and courage are true. So, basically what we've got to do now is we get to go to the Citadel of Trials, which is that ruined castle you saw. Whoops, wrong way. And we get to go find a token of courage and bring it back to Bahamut for a nice surprise. Which, we're not going to be doing the Citadel of Trials today. I just want to, you know, I want the treasure from, well, the Dragon Islands. Now you can't land on the swamp, which kind of sucks. You see, you have to land down here there. We've got another one here that has some treasure, at least. We get an elixir. More dragons to talk to. Nothing in the pots, obviously. The dragons of the Caradon Islands have no love of senseless killing. Oh, so that's where we're at. These aren't the Dragon Islands. Even though that's literally what it says. It says Dragon Caves. But it's the Caradon Islands. I told you. Sorry, the Northland was filled with beautiful shrines and towering mechanical castles. So that must be on about the Lunarians that we've heard talk of before. We have heard talk of them before. They've been mentioned quite a few times in the game. Depending on which NPCs you talk to. There was an age where man and... Oh, I bet that was fun. Living with dragons. I bet nothing ever went wrong, and, you know, if your oven was ever on the fridge, just, you know, go next door, give your dragon neighbour a knock and ask them to quickly fry up some things. Oh, Berettas. These are weak to ice, if I'm not mistaken. And honestly, a spell from Gaia would really help speed this battle up here. Apparently, I am mistaken. They're not weak to ice. Ow. Alright, our black mage is about to fall behind in experience there. One level. Great. Look at him back on his feet. Judging off that, I might be going to Gaia before going to the next bit. And here we get some more gil, some more gil, and some more gil. And in this room down here, another dragon. Only the brave can get a potion. Yeah, only the brave gets a potion. It's a token of courage. Now the X potion, I don't know if there's many X potions in this game, but all it does is it's just a full HP restore. It's essentially an elixir in this game, minus the magic. So yeah, what we're going to do now, even though I said I wasn't going to, is we're going to go up to that lovely eye in the bird here. I just wanted to go to the dragons first, and we'll go into Gaia and we'll see what Gaia has on offer for us. Now, there is some spells and stuff here that we cannot use yet. The break spell. Say we can't use the break spell, nobody can learn it. Even though it's level 7 magic and we've got it. Blizzaga we can learn, and we will learn Blizzaga. Blizzaga is a very good spell. Well, I mean, all the elemental spells are great. As far as the white mage, we can't learn any of the white magic spells yet. Now, this isn't the only place where obviously we're going to be... Nah, we don't fly. This isn't going to be the only place where we can pick up new spells. 500 gil per night here. The main reason we're here is for the shops, if I'm completely honest with you. Now, there is some items I would like to pick up before venturing further forward in our journey. One is 4 protect rings. With 4 protect rings, we can no longer be instant death. And I do want 3 ruby armlets. You can see the stuff's starting to get ridiculously expensive now. Now, protect rings and ruby armlets, though, they do make it a little bit easier for our non-tank characters to actually survive. And I mean, I think we've got as much as we can out of them leather gloves in there. The other armlets there. Now the other thing we can buy here is cat claws, but as you can see, nobody can equip them. So I'm not even going to bother picking them up yet. We will be able to use it soon, but I don't think the cat claws are really worth it, if I'm honest with you. I've never seen the need in them. But over here we've got another magic shop here with Holy, Null All, which is useless. Null All isn't useless, but it's only single target. Now if you've got Stop, Warp and Kill, again, kind of useless spells for the level 8 spells as far as they go. But that's not all the level 8 spells we can get neither, so we don't have to worry there. I don't think the item shop sells anything different to what it used to. Potions I like to restock on. Gives that Phoenix down back. I mean, Golden Needle amount is uneven. Yeah, no. So this doesn't sell anything new. And that guild won't be a problem once we actually go to the next area. It's a scholar studying the Lunafean language. Was it Mr. Scholar Miss Gullickson? I caught the fairy, so I figured she's mine to do with as I please. Oh, we'll have to keep that in mind. He caught a fairy. If you need to revive anybody, the church in this town's at the very back. But with the ability to buy Phoenix Downs now, which wasn't in the original release, not really need to have to worry about that. Now, I know this one's going to be a bit of a lengthy one. If we can, I would like to go and show off that other town down here. This one here, it's just trying to remember where I park to do that, because as you can see, this is quite a forested area. You can 100% park somewhere here. I know you can. Let me park. My guy. Is it this one where I have to park all the way down here? Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to park up here, right? And I'm going to save you the trouble of watching us walk up. I'm going to walk up to this town here, so we can have a quick look to see what's here. before coming back down to the airship, just so you can see what other spells and whatnot's on offer in different places, depending on what you want to get. So I'll take care of that, and I'll be right back. Here we are in the town of, well, let's go back out and come back in so you can see the town's name. It's called Unrak. This is the town of Unrak. Now, technically we're not supposed to come here for a minute, but you can if you want. As you can see, that shop sells exactly the same. And there's not a lot here. I'm not going to talk to many people that's here. I love that. Yeah, it's always nice having legs, I guess. The shrine that sank into its sea 200 years ago. Oxyale. Everyone in this town talks a lot of hullabaloo, if I'm honest with you. They used to say this used to be a beautiful village till 200 years ago. Ah. Now, there's not much here shop-wise, as you can see. We literally have one of each magic shop. That's all that's here. Just so you can see, this shop sells Null Death and Healga. Now, I'm not sure whether I want to pick up those spells yet. I mean, I might as well level 7 spells. I haven't got anything else. Saber's a weird one. Saber's only usable on one character, which in this case would be a black mage. And like, when are we ever bumping our black mage? Blind we'll get just because it fills a slot, and obviously the only other slot we've got is Saber and the other spells that I've shown you, which are kind of suck. I say Null Death's not needed because, well, I have Protect Rings. I'm immune to death. Now, obviously, I'll pick up Healga. Healga's a really good spell. It's just a nice AoE heal to everybody. Ah, so the fathers with the caravan. Hey, there's a dragon here. So the pilgrimage to the Citadel of Trials to earn the recognition of the Dragon King. I'm sorry, mate. Aren't you a long way away? You're on the wrong side, dude. Right, so I'm going to make my way back to the airship, and I'm going to show you where I'm going to meet you for the next episode, because I'm going to do it slightly different to how it's supposed to be done, just to try and keep me levels and me XP a little bit lower than what they actually are. And I say, obviously, unfortunately, we're going to have to do a bit of backtracking the guy and stuff for different things, but we'll worry about that when it happens. So, I'm going to make my way back to the airship. I'll do that off screen just to save you the two of us walking down the grass. But yeah, I'll take care of that and I will be right back. Right, so we're back here with the airship. Now, where we're going to be going for the next episode, which I'm not going to do in this one, obviously, is we're going to be heading up here. This is the Citadel of Trials. Now, what you're supposed to do is park your airship around here somewhere. I'm not sure where, but you can park your airship and walk pretty much, right? But I don't really want to do that. Like, you do have to park a fair distance away, which is down here, and you'd have to walk all the way around. But if you look very closely here with this here, that's a river and a lake. So that means I can bring my ship in. Now I am going to sail my ship all the way up here, so I don't have to walk all the way around. The only thing then is once I'm done, I do have to come all the way back down to Crescent Lake to get my airship. But there are things I can do off screen, so I'm not that worried about it. It's just going to cut out a lot of walking. But yeah, that is all planned for the next episode. We are going to take on the Citadel of Trials and get the Token of Courage for Bahamut. But, as always, this is Daddy Gladdy signing off. Have a good day.